I don't really know how yet. I'm really nervous, but I think once I get here and get into my routine, I think it'll come back to me. But right now, I'm just kind of soaking everything in.
You mentioned how you're pretty nervous before that Maryland start as well. Is that usual though? I mean, you're always pretty nervous.
No,
games anyway. Yeah.
No, I've always told everyone I'm the most nervous person on the field. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it just means that I'm excited to play. At those strikes, that's all I've really focused on, and tried to keep the team in the game and worried less about myself and more about what I needed to do. Anything
you pick up from that Maryland start that maybe was just a little off now that you've had some time to reflect on it?
Yeah, don't leave the ball up, because they were hitting everything I was leaving down the middle. You know, we haven't really talked about it yet, but basically I've just got to throw strikes. You know, we're playing at a huge ballpark where not a lot of people hit home runs, and you know, they can try and hit as hard as they can, and hopefully the ballpark will hold it in here.
Does it help having a head coach who was a college pitcher and a college pitching coach for many years that has that background? Does it make a difference when your head coach has that pitching perspective?
Oh yeah, he's been there to give me tidbits of advice. You know, especially last year when I struggled a lot. He just came out one day and he could tell that I was just moving too quickly last year. I would get to the point where you know, I'd give up a couple hits and I'd start running. He would call it running around the mound. And I'd start trying to throw harder, and he would just say, you know what, you just need to calm down and go back to the basics and try and do your job, not worried about trying to blow up high everybody. Probably just watch TV with my roommate, honestly. I don't really like to do much. Definitely. All I remember is a dog pile from last week.
What are your thoughts on Ole Miss, based on what you know right now?
I don't really know much about them. I know they've made it to the College World Series, and they're probably going to be pretty good, but like I said to them, playing at a pretty big ballpark, hopefully that'll play to my advantage. Surreal. It was awesome. You know, this place is huge, and you can obviously tell there's going to be a lot of people, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Got to soak up every moment of it, because, you know, you may never be back here again. Everyone was a lot calmer than I thought we would be. I don't think we've lost 2 games in a row this year, and that was really, we took that into kind of consideration and went out there and just tried to do our thing. I'd like to think I'm hard to hit, but I guess that I've got a good slider and a good fastball, and hopefully I can get that by people. It's a huge honor. You know, I think any one of us could go out there and start the first game, but I just want to get out there and try and put my team in a position to win.
Have you looked at
know that we're playing at a huge ballpark, and hopefully that'll play to my advantage.
When do you
kind of whenever we have free time? You know, I try not to worry too much about the other team.
On the coaching staff, your assistant coaches have been with Coach Oak for 11 years, right? So what does it mean to have the continuity of the coaching staff that works as one?
Oh gosh, oh, it's awesome, because, you know, they all have the kind of the same interest. They've obviously been there together. They're really comfortable with each other, and it's you can really see the difference in how they communicate with one another. They don't always need to speak in words to kind of get the point across to one another. You know, I think we'd like to be here at the end of every season, but they really teach playing every game, you know, one day at a time, and I think that's really paid off, and that's a lot of the reason for the success.